Hi Lamya, you are co-founder and president of Sea Shepherd France. And can you tell us more about yourself and your relationship with Paul Watson?
Well, I've been involved with the Sea Shepherd for the past years. I've met Paul in 2005 when he came to Paris and he gave a public talk. And I was really moved by his vision, philosophically speaking, but also the fact that he was taking action, that he wasn't only protesting and not only being passive and and sad about things, but actually taking the matter in his own hands and showing by the example that things that we tend to think are impossible are actually possible. You know, he's been a good inspiration for me, and since I joined him on the ships, and I've done campaigns with him, followed Sea Shepherd in France. We've been through a lot, uh, and also through the earthquake that shook the Sea Shepherd movements in 2022, because it's important that people, especially in the US, understand the Sea Shepherd Conservation Society in the US is not what Sea Shepherd used to be in the beginning, and Paul resigned from the US organization because um, they went uh, they went mainstream basically. They went very conventional, and Paul was becoming too loud for them, you know. But I mean, Paul's spirit is merged with the DNA of Sea Shepherd. He is what made Sea
Yes.
Shepherd what it is. And both Sea Shepherd Conservation Society US and Sea Shepherd Global, that's based in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam, um, have now completely went another way. Sea Shepherd Global fired, dismissed, I mean, illegally dismissed Paul Watson and myself in 2022. Uh, I remained loyal to Paul as a person, but more importantly, to the spirit of these movements. You know, it's the interest of our clients, which are marine animals and the ocean, before the interest of an organization or individuals. Very important to remember that we are all serving a cause that is greater than us. And the problem that happened is that with notoriety, with power, with fame, you tend to have more donations, you tend to make partnerships with institutions, and you kind of lose track. You kind of becomes, becomes an end when all this should be a mean, you know? Money is a mean to an end, and the end is to defend and protect the ocean. And if money becomes the end, the ultimate goal, then that's it, it's lost. And a movement that is capable of dismissing its founder the way it's been done with Paul has just lost his soul, really. So right now, today, there is Sea Shepherd France and Sea Shepherd Brazil that remain, you know, in the core of the spirit of
Yes.
Paul Watson. And we work with Paul, obviously, and Paul is living in France now with his family. And in the US, he set up the Captain Paul Watson Foundation because obviously against with the Sea Shepherd Conservation.
J'ai l'impression qu'il y a pas mal de bruit. Je ne sais pas si tu captes bien, toi, où tu es.
Oui, j'entends bien, ouais, ça va.
Ok, donc c'est bon. Alors, je pense que ça se passe. You both have something in common. You've seen whale die. And do you think that it changed something on you?
Um,
I remember you talking about it, and you say that it's making you maybe more stronger in this movement to help.
Well, obviously there was a turning point for Paul when he had that look in the eye of a dying whale. I mean, he tells the story much better than I could ever. You know, he's been telling it a lot, and I can see why it. I mean, his engagement didn't start that day. Obviously, he was,
Exactly. Yeah.
but it brought it to a whole other level. In my case, I started to be in the sea, and I told Paul I was ready to risk my life for a whale before I ever seen a whale. It was just a deep, deep feeling that got confirmed later in Antarctica when we were actually confronting the Nishimaru and facing being sunk in the middle of the ocean. For me, it was also an important moment because even though I was scared, it was the end and that we were gonna die that day and not scared ever again. Scared, I didn't want to be anywhere else. I felt deep inside was exactly where I was supposed to be. It felt so right. It was a confirmation for me that I was on the right path. To answer your question, to look in the eye of a dolphin, for example, has been for me um, a very important moment. I remember I was in the water with the bottlenose dolphin that was, I mean, they are big, big boys, you know. I remember he was like standing in front of me, and I got, at the moment, I got scared because I felt how powerful he was and how vulnerable I was because I was in the water. And he turned his face and he looked at me in the eye, and what I saw in his eye was much kindness, so much innocence, you know. And right that my heart just felt at peace. I felt something so powerful, so genuine, so beautiful. And I remember that when I came out of the water, it was a wild dolphin, huh? I'm precise. It was not out of the water. I felt, well, you know what? If I die today, less sad than if I had died before that. Kind of like connection that gives you like so much energy, so much connection with life. It's priceless. And that's what wildlife gives you. And I got that with the dolphin. And then I had unfortunately had some very, very difficult moments by having to witness dolphin culture in the Faroe Islands. And first whales I've seen them in Antarctica. Antarctica whaling, anti-whaling campaign has led for lots of years. It's very strange, you know, because when you see a whale, even in a normal context, it's already very powerful and very moving. And when you see them in that context, you are in a whale sanctuary, and there is that Japanese whaling fleet targeting them, and they are fleeing for their lives. And you see them in that context, it's even more powerful. And for me, it was both beautiful and insane. I was amazed and I was mad at the same time. And mad were the only ones who crossed this sanctuary. And and yeah, and to make the connection with what is happening today, this is the reason why Paul Watson is being in jail today, because these campaigns were under his leadership, we managed to save over 6,000 of whales and their offsprings that are freely swimming in the ocean today because Paul has led these campaigns.
Yes.
And the fact that he's being in jail for that is absolutely insane, crazy, and it says a lot about the world we live in, really. It's so unfair. The Japan has been condemned by the highest court of justice in La Hague in 2017 for illegal whaling. Yeah, I mean, Japan has illegal dozens of thousands of whales in the Antarctica whale sanctuary, and they don't have to answer for this. And they are the ones who are actually putting Paul Watson in jail, you know?
Yes.
It's uh, it's absolutely crazy.
Can you explain to us more about that? Because whaling is forbidden everywhere in the world, but Japan can whaling around their country, no? Is there something like that?
They were on their territorial waters, so they just don't care about the global moratorium. They have to respect the global moratorium in the international waters, and especially in the Antarctic sanctuary. So what is very worrying is that last May they launched the whaling ship that has ever been built. I mean, that alone is absolutely crazy. This is madness that in 2024, humankind is building the biggest whaling ship ever. I mean,
That
it's,
makes sense.
yeah, completely nuts. And we are very worried because this ship is built to whale, kill whales. I mean, in every corner of the world, really, they can go very far away. They have a huge capacity, and it shows that they have the worst intentions towards towards the whale community.
And can you remember us the, if we can say that in this way, the importance of the whales in the nature, because it's fabulous and it's so sympathetic, but there's a role too, which is very
Yeah,
important.
there are several things when it comes to whales. You know, I keep saying that uh, a world without whales is a world without us, not only because they have a very important role in the ecosystem, but also because they are so charismatic. And when you see how they move people, if we are not able to spare these animals, then we won't be able to spare anything in the ocean, really. And if the ocean die, we die. I mean, that's the motive that Paul has been repeating for years. So when it comes to the ecosystem, whales are like the farmers of the sea, basically, you know, because with their with their poop, you know, they give the nutrients that the phytoplanktons need, you know, and um, but with the whales, there is no phytoplankton. We have whales and the top predators. There is no phytoplankton, and phytoplankton is our number one source of oxygen and the number one contribution of carbon dioxide. So that makes the ocean the biggest climate regulation machine, organism, not machine, because it's alive, even more than forests. Whales are even doing an even bigger job than trees when it comes to allowing the ocean to be the climate change regulator that we absolutely need if we want to survive on this planet. And they maintain biodiversity in the ocean, just like all the top predators do, really. They maintain the balance in between species. So there is a very functional and biological there is also a very um, a very philosophical, something that talks to the human soul. Um, and saving whales is about our survival, our biological survival, but also survival of our soul and our spirits. I don't think that a world where we have wiped out whales is a livable world for us on any level, neither biological or spiritual, philosophical. Um, it's not gonna happen. Our fate is definitely linked to that.
Can you explain to us why Paul was at sea and what exactly happened, and maybe remember a little more about his relation with Japan, because it's really important about what happened now.
Yeah, so Paul departed France early July, and he was on his ship, the Jet Victoria. He was on his way to the North Pacific. He was doing a stop in Greenland just to refuel, basically. The problem is that we didn't know that Japan had issued a secret warrant for him towards Denmark. Paul had been on the red notice of Interpol since 2012. That red notice in itself is bogus. I mean, it's a scandal. with the Red Notice, but you know that this is a tool that's being used internationally for criminals and serial killers, you know.
Yes.
And Paul was on that list for the accusation of um, conspiration on trespassing, on a bogus accusation that he would have told to um, captain of the Adigi sunk by the Shannon Maru, the whaling vessel in 2010. He would have told him to get on board the Shannon Maru trespassing. And Pete Bethuel was taken to Japan, where under the pressure from Japanese prison, he signed a document saying that he was following Paul's orders, and it's on that base that a warrant was issued. But actually, Pete Bethuel did an affidavit a few years later, saying that he had said that only under high pressure from Japan.
Yeah.
One thing that's important to have in mind, because not everyone knows about it. Actually, few people know about it because we have that image of Japan as a super modern country, you know, high and everything. But it's true. But when it comes to the prison system, it's middle age. I mean, it has been by multiple human rights organizations. It has been condemned by the European human rights courts because of their unfair trials, because of inhuman treatments of prisoners, because of uh, uh, applying death sentence to people who were still appealing procedure.
Yeah.
And we know that they are particularly harsh Westerners activists. So if Paul Watson is sent to Japan, it's a death sentence for him. I mean, on paper, he risks 15 years, but I mean, really, 15 years, those conditions in Japan, he's not gonna survive it. And Japan is acting out of an act of revenge. You know, they felt humiliated by Paul's intervention in the Antarctica whaling sanctuary. But what they're gonna want to get from him is apology for his actions. He's not gonna apologize. Uh,
You can't. It's
right? And they will go at him anything to break him. You know, that's what's gonna happen.
yeah.
And we have to stand to stop from happening. I mean, it's just unthinkable that a hero like Paul, who devoted his life in saving the ocean, who saved thousands of whales, again in a sanctuary against an illegal whaling operation, would
Okay.
be sent to Japan by a European country. I mean, Denmark is a European country. It has one of the best judicial and prison in the world, you know? So how could they call to a country like Japan, where, I mean, they are nowhere close meeting the standards, and where we know that it's torture and inhuman treatment that is awaiting them. I mean, this could be an international, I mean, it is already an international
Yeah.
outcome. There are protests everywhere in the world demanding for his release, you know.
Mm.
Denmark needs to realize what is at stake here. And yeah, we are fighting really hard to both to build his legal defense and also to gather the public opinion and make sure that Denmark understands.
And what's the next step? So I know that there's a date, 15 August 15. So how can we help you and what are the steps and why we can help you for sure. But
Yeah, so on August 15, there will be a trial here in Nuuk in Greenland. And we shall see. I mean, the judge is supposed to decide on whether they want to proceed on the extradition or not, because the extradition request has arrived from Japan 2 days ago. So the Danish justice system is looking into it right now, and we shall see what happens on the 15th. I mean, there can be different scenarios. it can be also postponed, or they can decide to go on for an extradition, but the extradition is not going to happen the next day. There will be some procedures and appeals, but I'm just hoping that from now to the 15th, it's going to be sufficient to for the Danish judge to really understand that it's unthinkable, really unthinkable to send Paul Watson to Japan.
Yes, definitely. And how we can help you with probably donation and sharing, send message to the Danish government.
Yes, people can send emails to the Danish government, to the Danish Prime Minister, to the Danish Minister of Justice. Sign the petitions. There is a petition on Sea Shepherd France website, both in French and English. There is a petition on the Captain Paul Watson website, and there is a petition also on Sea Shepherd Brazil website. And I believe there is a petition on the freepaulwatson.org website. And yeah, spread the word. Organize protests. If in the US, reach out to the CPWF and see what can be done. And we are organizing a lot of protests here in France today. As I speak, there are dozens of protests in the 10 biggest cities in France. And make as much noise as possible about it, really. To make it very clear that right now the main message is Paul Watson is in jail because he saved thousands of whales in an Antarctica whale sanctuary, opposing an illegal whaling operation, and this is not right.
Totally. And we can let that Paul Watson like that. It's impossible. Impossible. And like you said, I read about it, about the jail in Japan, and it's like when you are in jail, you lost all your law. So it's like a jungle, yeah, but in the bad way.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Lamya, for this one. And we are a lot of hope, and we will fight for you.
Thank you so much.
Je vais